Yep. Yeah, that'd be cool.
No explanation, just go.
Yeah, is it important to have feet in the camera?
Well, let me explain to you what I'm going to do, and then you tell me what you want to film or whatever. And I'll just explain to you how to do it. In kettlebells, you've got ballistic movements and you've got grinds. The ballistic movements are any kind of swing, pull, snatch, or clean. Those are called ballistics. And the grinds are your presses and your Turkish get-ups. Okay? So you're grinding out the reps. That's a grind. Okay? So, but when you do a ballistic movement, the stance is important, and it's the same kind of principle as if you were going to jump up and touch the ceiling. You would load your hips back, and then you would jump. So when you do a kettlebell swing or a snatch or any kind of ballistic move, it's that same principle. You get in your athletic stance. So the creases in your hips, you want to push them back. It's not a squat. Kettlebells are not. You don't squat your kettlebell. That's it. I did that when I first started, and my instructor's like, "That's not how you do it." I'm like, "But I watched YouTube. I saw how they did it." He's like, "They did it wrong." Right? And you learn how to do it the wrong way. So what I did was I had to unlearn how to do the kettlebell. You don't squat when you do a kettlebell. You push your hips back. So you have your two-handed swing. Typically you use a heavier kettlebell, and what you do is you push your hips back, keep that back plate, just like you're playing shortstop, or you're waiting for the tennis ball to come over. You're in that athletic position. You tilt your kettlebell back, your eyes are looking straight ahead, and what you want to do is these posterior chain muscles. You want to load these babies up, and so what you're doing is you're driving your hips forward when you come out of this position. So you're going to hike the kettlebell behind you, and you're going to stand straight up like you're doing a deadlift. But you're going to come up so powerfully that the kettlebell comes off your body. So the objective is not so much how high can I raise the kettlebell. We're not really using the arms. We're using the hips. So you're here. You get in your athletic position, right? You tilt the kettlebell. You grab it. You take a deep breath in. Hike it. My arms are relaxed. My shoulders are down. I'm driving my heels down into the floor. And I'm locking my knees. And this is your classic kettlebell two-hand swing, and then you let it down safely and shake it out. And you can do a lot of reps to get your cardio effect with the kettlebell swing, two-hand. Now that same kettlebell swing can be done with one hand. Same principles. Nothing changes. Push your hips back. This arm goes out. Grab it. Inhale. Hike it. And you stand straight up. Don't lean back. This is incorrect. Straight. Keep the kettlebell high off the floor. Your wrist real close to your crotch. When you change hands, catch it when it's up in the air, and switch. Boom. Boom. And then let it come down. That's your one-arm swing. The next move is the kettlebell high pull. Great move to work the rear shoulder. A lot of people have problems because they do so many push-ups or bench pressing. Their front delts are so big, rear delts get neglected. So, good exercise. The high pull. Again, load it the same way. Inhale. Pull. And you punch it when the kettlebell feels light. Punch it and re-hike it through. Hike it all the way behind you. That's your kettlebell high pull. And then when you're done, you let it down. The next move, the king of all, the snatch. Again, same principle. Push hips back. Get in that stance. Hike it, inhale, and snatch, and then bring it down. Try to get the arm straight and a little bit behind your ear, or even with the ear, and then come through, and snatch. Last but not least, is the kettlebell clean. You take your kettlebell, you hike it. This time you're going to bring it up into what we call the rack position, which is the bell's going to rest right here by my elbow. Hike it and clean it. And that's your kettlebell clean. So those are your ballistic moves. Then you have your grinds. So a grind would be your military press. You clean it first into the rack. Get yourself set. You squeeze your fist. Squeeze the handle. Take a deep breath. Tighten your gut and your glutes. Inhale. Press. And then bring it down to the rack. Now don't let it just plop down. That's bad. You press it and pull it down, actively using your lat muscles. You pull it down into your rack position. Inhale. and press. And then bring it down. Okay? And then let it come down safely. Last but not least, you want to work your core big time. Turkish get-ups. TGU, Turkish get-ups. Okay. Let's do it from this angle here. Okay. Turkish get-up. Been around for a couple hundred years. Turkish wrestlers use this to get in shape and also will give you functional strength because you're starting from the floor and you're going to come all the way up. Okay, the correct way to do a Turkish get-up, you roll over into the fetal position. You grab the kettlebell with the bottom arm, overlap here, and pull your elbows into your body. And then from here, you let your body go onto the back position here and press it up with two hands. Other hand comes down. My right arm is up, so my right knee is going to stay up and my left leg will go down. Keep it straight. Keep your shoulders compact and down. Okay? You should be nice and strong. What I'm going to do is sit up into the elbow position. So I'm going to come up into my elbow. This elbow here. And I'm nice and strong. I'm not collapsed here. I'm driving it up. Actively pushing that kettlebell up. Then I come to the straight arm. Again, I don't collapse my posture. I keep everything tall. Then I'm going to drive this heel into the mat, into the bridge. Actively using my glutes. Then I'm going to take the leg that's extended, bring the knee right close to my hand. My eyes never leave the kettlebell, always looking at that kettlebell. Then from here I'm going to pivot and face that direction. I'm going to basic lunge position, I stand up, boom. Okay? And then you just reverse it. You step back. Now I'm going to look at my kettlebell, my hand's going to go next to my knee, I'm going to pivot my back foot, or windshield the back foot. That back foot now goes to the bridge. I come down to my tush, to my elbow, and to my back. If I want to continue on, I can continue on with this arm. Or if I'm finished, both hands come to the kettlebell, knees come together, bring it safely down to your side, roll down. And if you want to go to the other side, you halo around your head, and then you start on this side. So again, you can grab it with the bottom arm, overlap here, elbows into your body. And the reason we do this is because if I try to just pull this kettlebell into my position here, I'm going to tear my rotator cuff. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to safely bring it in, let my body do the work. Come up. You can press with one or two hands, get it comfortable, and then it goes down. This hand's going to be at 45 degrees. And what again I'm going to do is sit up. I'm going to sit myself up and come up to the elbow position. But it's important to keep this elbow nice and shoulder compact and down. Never let your shoulders come close to your ears. Keep them away. So from here, I'm looking up. I sit up to my elbow, to the straight arm, to the bridge. Need a hand. Pivot. Now I'm going to look straight ahead. Keep this kettlebell behind you, or straight up, I should say, vertical. And then you stand. Boom. Come back. And I pivot. Look at my kettlebell. Go to the bridge. Come down to my tush, my elbow, and then down to my back. And again, if I want to continue on, I go right back up for another rep if I want to. If I'm done, knees together, hands come to the kettlebell, guide it down, and put it down. And that's your kettlebell Turkish get-up. And I'll tell you what, since doing those, my abs got really good development. So that's my Turkish get-up. What other things can you guys